I was nothing but a pure fool thinking that this could go any better than it actually did. Alright, to the 34% of you that have not smashed the evil living crap out of that subscribe button, smash it so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. Oh man, the drop for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Collab for the Adidas shoes was ridiculous. You have no idea. Yeah, you probably do have a little bit of an idea. So first of all, Thursday morning rolled around. Things looked pretty good, you know. There were 3 websites that were dropping them. There was the Foot Locker website, I forget what the sub one was, and then there was the Adidas website. Well, come to find out, well, I guess previous backstory here. We should probably wind up here. So, to my understanding, a few sites dropped them early. All right, that's why we saw, like, there's a UK site that dropped them early. There's an American site that also dropped them early. So that was two big sites that dropped them. They were up for about 10 to 15 minutes. If you were in the window to pick them up off of those sites, you won. Then you saw what was the retail, like, giants doing their thing. And then the day comes. Now, from what I was told, what was it? The Singapore site, they were up for 8 minutes. The UK site had them up for a little while. And then I believe those were the 2 stories I remember hearing distinctly. But one that they were up for 8 minutes and enough people kind of had the time to get them. So, good news for all of that. So, people that got them early through the websites and the exploits of people dropping them early and not synchronizing, and to the people in the other countries having the chance to get them early. No, I'm not salty here or anything. You know, we got our win with the Platinum Blue Eyes a couple years ago. I'm not fine, or I'm fine with that. But the thing that really, like, punches you is, like, so this release was only done through an app, for those of you that don't know that. So you had to go sign up, download the Adidas app in order to have a chance to get these shoes. Now, my feet are ginormous. I'm literally wearing clown shoes out here, as size 16 shoes don't exist. So I'm literally just buying these shoes for the recommendation. Personal disclosure, I think the shoes were ugly. Not a huge fan of the color scheme. I think a majority of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community kind of agreed at the end of the day. I mean, yeah, sure, dark purple and black is definitely like the Dark Magician. Yeah, I get that at the end of the day. So, showtime rolls around. All right, so the first 2 websites, their countdowns hit 0. I was like, okay, cool, you know, I refresh, you know, Foot Locker a couple times. I'm like, what's going on here? You know, there's nothing popping up. Well, after about 15 minutes, some good citizen out here actually posted on the internet. I was like, well, you know, the drop's only being done through the Adidas app. So I have to run on over here, go download the Adidas app, and try to be lined up to get this. 11:30 rolls around here. The 10:30 or 11:30. I don't remember. It was one of the 2. So the big app drop happens. Well, my stupid ass clicks the size 11s trying to get them. Well, I should probably just click, like, the size 4. And then, of course, this app isn't very, like, straightforward. You're, like, very fearful because they make you stay on the app for the drop, which is crazy to me, that you want to burn the image into my phone as we just sit here and have this thing running in the background. So that was already kind of interesting. Plus, they wanted you to set, like, a notification as well. It locks you into the queue at the 5-minute mark. You couldn't leave. Very, very interesting. Maybe I'm just some loser that just isn't used to. It's not like I buy shoes or anything out here. I know nothing about the shoe drop. A lot of things a lot of people are talking about for this drop was, you know, typically a lot of the January shoes, I guess, weren't doing super well. I'm not exactly sure on that. A lot of my information is just kind of hearsay from a lot of people and sources out there. So 11:30 goes around. The app does the, oops, sorry, can't buy those. And then it kicks you back out to change your size. Well, you change your size. The next 2 times it takes you back in to get the previous size. So it condemns you and goes, oh, hey, the 11s are sold out. I was like, no, I now clicked the 8s. And it's like, oh, no, sorry, the 11s are still sold out. I'm like, what in the world is going on here? So this shit designed app is actually horrible. All right, like kudos to, just kicking me back out, like instead of letting me actually choose my size, because it's like, hey, these are the ones still in stock, and you click it, it's great. Oh, plus my friend is trying to do this simultaneously with me as well, so I'm the one somehow ahead of him getting the, oh, these are sold out notifications, which I don't know how that's supposed to work, but you know what? Sure. So my friend's freaking out that he's not getting these either, yeah. And then my best favorite part about all this. So it takes 14 minutes for them to tell us that, oops, the shoes are all out of stock. Wow. Never would have guessed that. Huh. Maybe if your stupid app didn't keep trying to tell me that the not size 11s that I no longer wanted were out of stock for 3 times at this point, maybe I would have had a chance. I am happy for those. Actually, the thing that shocked me was, I know this was botted to high haul. We know that, all right? Like, if you're looking at this whole thing and you're like, oh, this isn't going to be botted, no, it was. They've been relisted on StockX. I actually saw them start off at about $220 at the beginning of the day, and they got cratered up in price. They kept rising and rising and rising. I believe it's at this point they're like $280 on StockX, and then the eBay listings. So this was actually hilarious. So after they were done, I was like, well, I guess I'm going to go buy scalper prices. I was like, I'm not too upset about paying scalper prices. It is what it is. I still want the item for collection purposes. Like I said, I didn't care about the shoes. I just wanted to pick up the Dark Magician. So went on eBay. I think I got mine for about $260. But the problem was when I went to get mine, of course, once the drop ends, everybody runs on over to eBay, and it's like, all right, cool. Well, now we gotta play scalper prices at this point, because once the initial run is over of things, then guess what? Now you tried for the 120, you failed, and now it's time that we gotta go. Now I gotta go pay the double price premium out here. Now, overall, did it go as smoothly as it did? I think that there could have been better communication on the Foot Locker website and what was it, the Adidas website or whatever it was, that this was going to be an app-only drop, because those sites never dropped shit. All right, just full disclaimer there was nothing. It was literally worthless. It was an absolute waste. I don't even know why you put a timer on your website for there to be a countdown just for nothing to upload on your site. Like, that seems very much like false advertising at the end of the day, and it was literally worthless. Like, I don't know what the purpose of that was, but like, you get people's hopes up that they're going to see this on multiple websites and have multiple chances. No, that was not the case. Actually, it was way worse than that. Now, paying the scalper prices at the end of this, I'm okay with, because the scalper prices, in my opinion, were reasonable. Typically paying double retail isn't awful. The problem with that mentality is, well, they should have made enough for everybody to get them. Sure. In a happy world, go lucky, where all items aren't special edition yet, I want these things to be worth something. This Dark Magician is going to go up. There's no doubt in my mind about that. I am curious to know how much it's going to go up later on in its life, but paying double the retail, I'm honestly fine with. My issue becomes, later on in this card's life, to my understanding, it was made on I think it was on the Japanese printers, and it's very reminiscent of the DDS Blue Eyes. I am curious to know, like, will they make more of these types of collabs? Because this doesn't feel like a one and done. This feels like something that was very, very, very popular and very, very well received. Other than the shoes being massively ugly at the end of the day, I still don't like them. It's not like I can wear them anyway, with my little clown feet down here. But yeah, it's the big wrap up to the Adidas shoe campaign. Am I disappointed a little bit? It would have been nice to get them at 120 instead of paying scalper prices, but as a collector, you expect to see these things. You expect to take L's when it comes to collecting. And I mean, it's usually that way any sort of time. as they say, never lucky. Somebody's going to comment down below and be like, no, Robbie, you opened the Grand Creators box with all the collector's rares. Your bad luck is still rolling off from that. I'm just... We're still talking about that, all right? It's been like a year. Just drop it, all right? Like, let me get a W here. So, definitely looking forward to getting that in when it does. Look forward to the seller canceled my order video. Hope that doesn't happen. You guys have a good rest of your day, all right? Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.